Alright, next one, starting the mains. First thing you have to do, you got your racket mounted, you have to know, do you start from the throat or from the head? And I know there's a billion videos out there that explain this. It's all in your grommets, in your throat. So like this one has 4, you can see them because they're a different color blue. So there are 4 per side, or 8 total. So if there are 8, you will start at the head. If there were 6, you would start in the throat. Now when you start your mains, again, personal preference, however you want to do it. I keep both ends of my fingers, one in there, one in there. Pull them across, get that one started, hold it. Get that one, keeping them together, got them together. Then I just run them through my hand, keeping them even, smooth. Don't let them kink. And that's how I've got them started. So, again, watch all the videos, determine how you want to do this. There's several different methods. People will clamp here, people clamp here, they'll put start and clamp, they'll do all kinds of stuff. What I do is I will take my clamp and I will clamp, and I always start on this side. I always do everything the same. I always take this clamp, I will put it here. I will take my starting clamp, never below the eyelet. Move that out the way. And put that on there as a backup. And remember, all we're doing, we're not going to string the mains, we're just starting the mains. Hold your gravity clamp up even. If you have it low, it will. So I'm going to do this. If you leave it low, it'll probably pull up some. No, but it didn't. But what that is doing is that is trying to pull the string out of that clamp. So it's putting pressure. Well, I pulled the wrong one anyway. Hang on. Yeah, it pulled up some, but it didn't pull up all the way. But right here is trying to pull it out of the clamp. So that's why you don't want it to be too low. You want it to be flush. If anything, maybe it's a little bit high, but I'd go flush. You pull tension on it, clamp this one off. And again, different techniques. I will typically turn the racket. We'll do 3 across. This is 3. And then these next 2, I just get them in here to get them out of the way. Pull that across. Do not pull this one all the way across. So I'm only going to pull it about to here. One that leaves me plenty that I can reach my tension head. Plus my tip's not too far away, so I know where to grab my tip. So then you come back over here and you're going to do the same. You're going to do 3. Yep. Trying to rush. I don't know why. So we're going to do these next 3, but... And again, this is one of those things, everybody's different. Some people do 1 and 1. Some people do 2 and 2. Some people do 3, 3. Some do 4, 4. Some people do it really wrong. They'll just start over here and go all the way across. Okay, we've done 3. So all the forces on this racket have been equalized. So I've already got this one in my hand, so I'm just going to go another 3. If I wanted to switch over here and do the other 3, that'd been okay. I mean, it didn't matter. So I'm just going to do another 3 here. Why? Just because I already had it in my hand. As you can tell, I'm kind of struggling here. And I don't know why. There we go. And you'll notice my 6th string, that is when I rotate my clamp. I'll rotate the lever to the inside. Anything before that, you can't get the 2 clamps together because the levers are hit. Now again, I'm going to take this piece and just do that, just kind of get that string out of the way. We're going to come back over here. So now we have 3 and 6. So now we're going to do the next 3. Since I've already got the string in my hand, I'm going to do the next 2, since there's only 2 left. And I know in some of the videos I've talked about, kind of sort of needs to be discussed, is where do you put your clamps? So I watch some videos, man, you see people clamping out here. Most people tell you, this is number 6, will tell you put it as close to the frame as possible. And I've got a video where I demonstrate this. I always put a little gap in it, not a whole bunch, about 1/16 of an inch. But if you put it all the way up, like I just did, and we pull this next one, that, even if let's see, if I release there, it'll come off. But it'll pull that clamp into the frame. And I like using my gravity release, so I just don't do it. I guess that's a argument for releasing the base first. And if you're going to do knot tension, that's where you do knot tension. The whole point of doing knot tension, okay, this is your last string. You come over here, you clamp it, you release. You have a little bit of drawback, not a lot, but there's a little bit of drawback. But you have from here, and actually probably about this tooth down to your tie off. The only tension, hang on. Okay, so we tie this off. The only tension from about here all the way around and into your knot is what you can pull. And when you pull, you're supposed to pull out, and that pulls all this tension or all this slack off from the head guard. But pull out and then kind of rotate it up, pull it out and up, and that will help pull this, put a little tension on it, and tighten that knot. Then you take this one and this one, since your knot's already tied, just a little cinching move, you can release your knot. Keep your string pulled over when you release your knot, and that will kind of, sort of, for the most part, help keep this tail pushed going this way, so it's always into the frame and your tail's not sticking out, hanging up on stuff. So, try to gather my thoughts here. I'm going to go close to the frame, but I'm going to put it right on the frame. Knot tension. Okay. I add 10%. You can add whatever you want to. My machine adds by percentage. I will show you. I know I'm trying to keep these videos short. I don't know how short that was. It don't seem very short. Okay. Okay, I watch videos out there. These guys, they come in here, and man, it looks like they're putting 1,000 pounds of pressure. Don't do that. I mean, at most, and again, this is the way I do it. At most, I'm getting maybe 15 pounds that I'm pulling on that. So the reason we added that knot tension, that extra 5 pounds, was to absorb the tension loss that you have in that inch and a half of string. So that's all we're really doing. So we tightened it some, but obviously we're not going to be able to tighten that 50 pounds, 55 pounds. There's no way we could do that. And you pull it too hard, you're going to start popping a lot of these main strings where you're pulling them up against the grommet. I've seen that a lot. I've done that a few times. I haven't done it a lot, but I've done it a few times. But just 15 pounds, 10, 15 pounds, pull it back. And again, remember this one, you want to go this way, keep it pulled up to the frame when you're released. I hope I did that. Snip it. And that's how you do your mains. That's how you start them. That's how you do them. That's how I start my mains. You figure out what method works best for you. That's the way I do it. People can argue with me, but that's the way I do it. Okay, next step.